Have you ever felt a quiet pull, like a whisper in the depths of your mind or a subtle nudge guiding you in unexpected directions? What if I told you that this is your higher self trying to communicate, reaching through the noise of daily life to offer wisdom and direction that only you can receive? Many go through life unaware of this sacred connection, overlooking the signs and synchronicities that appear, brushing them off as coincidence. But ignoring this guidance can leave you feeling ungrounded, caught in a cycle of searching, with no answers that truly resonate. This is not about discovering something foreign or unattainable. It's about remembering a part of yourself that's always been there, waiting. The higher self is that wise, compassionate essence within you that knows your life's path and potential. In a world full of distractions, the higher self calls you back to the present moment, to intuition, to the lessons within your own shadow. It doesn't ask for perfection, only that you listen, even for a moment, and let it show you the way. What if I told you that right now, as you listen to these words, you're exactly where you need to be to reconnect with this hidden wisdom? Today, we'll dive into the subtle yet powerful ways your higher self communicates. By the end, you'll understand not only how to listen but how to respond, aligning your life with a sense of purpose and calm that only comes when you trust your inner guidance. Ready to unlock the whispers within? There is a moment, often quiet, like the space between breaths, where a whisper emerges, something deeper, subtle, and profoundly familiar. This whisper is not just a thought or feeling, it's a resonance with the essence beyond the physical self, known as the higher self. Imagine it as a beacon or a wise guardian, holding ancient knowledge and guiding one towards their true path. The higher self doesn't impose, it invites, drawing individuals closer to their ultimate potential. It waits, anchored in wisdom and compassion, for the moment when one becomes quiet enough to listen, to connect. To access this connection, the present moment becomes essential. The higher self exists beyond the limits of time and space, dwelling in the now. When the mind quiets down and lets go of past regrets and future anxieties, it opens a portal to this profound aspect of oneself. Living fully in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities but embracing each moment with intentionality and awareness. This sacred awareness brings one closer to hearing the higher self's guidance, as each moment reveals wisdom, waiting to be understood. How does one reach this presence? Meditation and mindfulness practices are keys that unlock the door to the higher self. A practice as simple as mindful breathing, where each inhale and exhale is cherished, can lead one closer to that sacred center. In this silence, the soul sheds distractions and fears, tuning into the whispers of wisdom from the higher self. These practices are like an invitation to this inner essence, asking, "What do you want to teach me today?" There is, however, a shadow that may cloud this path, a layer of doubt or fear of the unknown. This is the ego's resistance, the part of the self that clings to past identities and fears the expansiveness of the higher self. Yet, embracing these fears through practices like shadow work allows one to transcend these limitations. Facing these shadows with love, understanding, and acceptance strengthens the bond with the higher self, clarifying the path forward. This is not a battle but an integration, where the ego learns to coexist with higher wisdom. Synchronicity often becomes a language of the higher self. Unexpected encounters, repetitive numbers, or sudden insights are signs of alignment, gentle nudges guiding one toward a path of greater clarity. These moments are reminders of this connection, a mystical language shared between the soul and the universe. Observing these synchronicities with an open heart deepens the bond with the higher self, encouraging one to trust in the unseen forces at play. In cultivating this connection, one becomes a beacon not only for themselves but for others around them. The presence of someone deeply connected with their higher self radiates calm, compassion, and wisdom, drawing others into their orbit of peace and understanding. Just as a lighthouse guides ships to safety, a person aligned with their higher self provides gentle guidance to those seeking their own path. This connection is not for the individual alone but part of a larger spiritual tapestry, connecting all beings in unity and understanding. The journey to the higher self is not a final destination, it's a continuous unfolding. Each day brings new layers, new depths, and new mysteries to uncover. There are days of profound insight and days of quiet, where the whispers feel distant, but the connection remains steadfast, rooted in the heart. This process teaches patience, surrender, and the profound joy of simply being present in the journey. And as this connection deepens, a mystery unfolds: what lies beyond this higher self? What else could be guiding this journey, waiting to be discovered? Perhaps the next layer of understanding will reveal itself when one is ready to step even deeper into the unknown. In the grand tapestry of existence, the present moment is the thread that binds us to reality. It is often elusive, slipping away as the mind drifts to past regrets or future worries. Yet, those who master the art of presence come to realize that this moment, right now, is a gateway to the higher self, a portal that unveils truths beyond what the rational mind can perceive. The present moment is the heart of spirituality, where time dissolves and the self communes directly with the divine. This presence goes beyond mere awareness; it is a deep immersion in life itself. The higher self dwells only in the now, beyond the confines of past and future. In this state, there is no need to grasp or control, only to be, fully and completely. Each breath, each heartbeat, is a reminder that life happens now. Through this mindfulness, the self sheds unnecessary layers and steps into a space of peace and clarity where true spiritual insight arises effortlessly. When distractions pull the mind away, the practice of returning to the present becomes a sacred act. Imagine, for instance, walking in nature, with thoughts whirling about to-do lists or lingering on yesterday's events. Yet, by intentionally focusing on the rustling leaves or the warmth of sunlight, one's awareness realigns with the present moment. This act, however small, reconnects one to the higher self, making space for guidance and intuition to flow through. The journey to stay in the present is not always simple. The ego, accustomed to the comfort of familiarity, fears the unknown depth of now. It clings to the past and projects into the future, crafting illusions of control. To live fully in the present moment requires surrender, a willingness to release the stories we carry and embrace life as it is, raw and unscripted. By letting go of these constructs, one finds the freedom to listen to the higher self, which is untouched by the fluctuations of ego. With each mindful breath, the senses open, revealing the profound beauty hidden within the ordinary. Even a single moment spent in genuine presence can change one's entire perspective, dissolving stress and creating a sense of spaciousness within. By anchoring in this awareness, life transforms from a series of burdens to a dance of experiences, each one rich with meaning. This profound practice nurtures an inner connection that illuminates the path forward. Consider engaging in simple practices that anchor awareness in the present. One might try mindful eating, savoring each bite with full attention, or setting aside a few moments each day for conscious breathing. Such rituals are portals to the present moment, reconnecting one to the self and the universe alike. These acts of mindfulness become reminders that spirituality is not a destination but a way of living, deeply immersed in the here and now. The more one aligns with the present, the more synchronicities begin to appear. These moments of unexpected harmony, a timely meeting, a familiar scent, or a comforting message, are signs of alignment. When one's energy aligns with the present moment, the universe responds, echoing back the vibrations of authenticity and peace. This synchronicity serves as a gentle reminder that the journey is supported, and the universe itself is a willing partner. And so, the present moment, often taken for granted, emerges as a profound teacher. It offers a deep stillness, an open invitation to let go of all that no longer serves and to embrace the beauty of simply being. And, just as night follows day, this moment leads us into the next, a place where intuition whispers and the path becomes ever clearer. Have you ever felt lost, disconnected from who you truly are? I created 3 transformative ebooks to help you reconnect with your true essence. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your transformation now. There exists within each of us a quiet voice, a feeling, a spark that cannot be explained but deeply sensed. This is intuition, a bridge connecting the conscious mind with the wisdom of the higher self. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And for those willing to listen, it offers guidance far beyond the limitations of rational thought. Intuition is the soul's language, a direct line to inner knowing that bypasses logic and speaks to the heart of one's true essence. To cultivate intuition, one must learn to silence the noise of the external world. In a culture that prizes reason and measurable outcomes, intuition may seem intangible or even unreliable. Yet, throughout history, intuition has led explorers, artists, and sages alike to discoveries that logic could never have foretold. This subtle inner voice is a gift from the higher self, a compass guiding the way through life's intricate landscape. All it asks is that one trusts and listens. Often, intuition manifests as a fleeting sensation, a shiver, a lightness in the chest, or an inexplicable sense of certainty. These signals may appear when one is on the brink of a major decision or at a crossroads in life. Unlike the mind, which operates through comparison and analysis, intuition emerges as an all-encompassing sense of clarity, unclouded by doubt. By following this inner compass, one aligns with a path that resonates with their deepest values and purpose, even if it defies the expectations of others. In the quiet moments, when one turns inward and listens, intuition grows stronger. This connection deepens through practices that nurture presence and awareness, such as meditation, journaling, or even time spent in nature. Each of these practices provides space for the inner voice to emerge, to speak without interruption. Listening to this voice is an act of devotion, a way of honoring the wisdom of the higher self. It is in these moments of silence that intuition reveals its greatest insights. An important part of tuning into intuition is letting go of the fear of making mistakes. The ego often clings to past failures or future anxieties, creating a web of self-doubt that mutes the intuitive voice. To move beyond these fears is to step into trust, to embrace the knowing that intuition always leads toward growth, even if the journey is challenging. By trusting intuition, one strengthens the inner connection, forming a bond that transcends the temporary nature of external validation. Imagine a simple exercise. At the start of each day, take a moment to ask the higher self for guidance, focusing not on specific answers but on opening the heart to receive. Write down any feelings or impressions that arise. Over time, these impressions may reveal patterns, subtle nudges that guide decision-making. This daily ritual becomes a doorway to intuition, a practice of attuning to one's inner voice, which grows clearer with each passing day. As one learns to trust intuition, life becomes filled with synchronicities. These are the universe's gentle affirmations, moments when external events align with internal guidance. A friend calling just when they're needed, a book appearing with the perfect message, or a random conversation sparking new insights, these are signs that the higher self is guiding, weaving connections that defy logic. Each synchronicity is a reminder that intuition is not an isolated experience. It is an invitation to dance with the cosmos. To follow intuition is to embark on a path of trust and discovery, where each decision becomes an act of faith in oneself and the universe. In surrendering to this guidance, one finds an unexpected power, a clarity that brings light to even the darkest moments. And just as the higher self whispers through intuition, the next layer of inner exploration calls, waiting to be uncovered. Beneath the surface of every soul lies a hidden realm, a place where forgotten memories, repressed desires, and unspoken fears dwell. This is the shadow, a part of the self that often hides in the depths, waiting to be acknowledged. Shadow work is the courageous journey of turning inward, of facing and understanding these concealed aspects, knowing that within them lies not only pain but profound wisdom and transformation. In acknowledging the shadow, one begins to heal and integrate the wholeness of their being. Shadow work is not about judgment, it is about acceptance. The shadow is not inherently bad or wrong, it simply reflects the parts of ourselves we have not yet learned to love or accept. In the process of shadow work, one becomes like a gardener, gently nurturing the seeds that have long been neglected. The shadows reveal themselves gradually, like the petals of a flower opening under the warmth of the sun. With each layer uncovered, one gains insight into hidden motivations, fears, and desires, bringing light to these darker parts. This work calls for patience and compassion. It is not easy to look into the mirror and see both light and darkness, joy and sorrow. Shadow work involves acknowledging thoughts and feelings that might contradict the image we present to the world or even the self-image we hold dear. Yet, with each revelation, a deeper connection to the higher self is forged. The higher self does not judge these shadows, it observes, guiding the journey with compassion and understanding, urging one to integrate, not to hide. Intuition serves as a faithful guide through this process, leading one to the aspects of the self most in need of healing. When emotions flare unexpectedly, or old patterns resurface, these are signs from the higher self, inviting one to look closer. Rather than suppressing these reactions, one can explore them, asking, "What are you here to teach me?" In this way, shadow work becomes not only an exploration but a form of inner alchemy, where the energy of past wounds transforms into strength and understanding. A simple yet profound exercise in shadow work is journaling. By writing down thoughts and emotions without censoring them, one creates a safe space for the shadow to express itself. Another practice might be observing the recurring patterns in relationships and situations, asking oneself what hidden beliefs or fears might be influencing these dynamics. These exercises help shine a light on the shadow, turning what once seemed overwhelming into opportunities for growth and self-love. Through shadow work, synchronicities often intensify. The universe reflects back the inner journey, offering encounters and experiences that align with the themes being explored. Old friends may reappear, triggering memories, or unexpected situations may surface that highlight unhealed parts. These synchronicities are the universe's gentle nudge, signaling that one is on the right path. In these moments, the higher self stands close, offering strength to face what arises with courage and acceptance. As the shadow is embraced and integrated, a newfound freedom emerges. Life becomes less weighed down by past hurts and unspoken fears. The energy once trapped in hiding or resisting these parts of the self is liberated, opening space for clarity, creativity, and a deeper sense of peace. Shadow work is not a quick process but a lifelong journey, a commitment to self-love that requires courage, patience, and unwavering honesty. It is a sacred task of coming home to oneself. And as the shadow finds light and integration, another mystery awaits, a deeper understanding of the synchronicities that guide the path and the hidden messages they hold. Imagine moving through life with an awareness that certain events, encounters, and moments are more than mere coincidence. These are synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem to hold an inherent wisdom, gently guiding us along our path. Synchronicities appear when we are in alignment with our true essence, our higher self, acting as reminders from the universe that we are not alone in our journey. Each of these moments serves as a profound reflection, revealing the interconnectedness of our lives and hinting at a deeper, unseen order that transcends the mundane. Living in awareness of synchronicities invites us to engage more fully with life. Far from being random, these experiences align with our intuition, showing up just when we need them most, even if we don't fully understand their purpose at the time. The universe speaks in subtle ways, a certain phrase that keeps appearing, a chance encounter that sparks something meaningful, or even numbers that seem to follow us. For those attuned to this language, these synchronicities become signals of reassurance, suggesting that life's events are unfolding exactly as they should, each with its own meaning. The art of recognizing synchronicities begins with an openness to observe without questioning or forcing. These occurrences thrive in the present moment, unfolding naturally when we're fully engaged with what is happening here and now. In this state, intuition becomes our guide, allowing us to feel a quiet, internal nudge when a particular event deserves attention. These nudges are subtle but undeniable, drawing us into a flow where we're supported and guided by something greater. Trusting in these signs brings a profound sense of peace, reminding us that everything has a purpose. There are various ways to connect more deeply with synchronicities. Practices like meditation and mindfulness help us become more receptive to these signs. For instance, beginning the day with an intention to remain open to the guidance of the universe can bring clarity, allowing us to notice patterns and connections that would otherwise go unseen. Journaling about experiences of synchronicity can also reveal their recurring presence in our lives, helping us recognize underlying themes and messages that may not be obvious at first glance. Synchronicities also offer a gentle push beyond comfort zones. When we encounter new opportunities or challenges that seem oddly timed, it can be the universe encouraging us to grow, evolve, or embrace change. Whether they come as blessings or trials, synchronicities are often catalysts for transformation. They invite us to reflect and to respond in ways that lead to greater awareness and authenticity. In acknowledging these moments, we align more closely with our higher self, opening ourselves to a life that feels connected and purposeful. Ultimately, synchronicities reveal the interconnectedness of all things, illuminating the mysterious ways in which our thoughts, intentions, and actions ripple out and return to us. Recognizing these connections deepens our sense of gratitude, as we see that life itself is an intricate web of meaning. By embracing this perspective, we realize that we're part of a larger story, one in which every encounter and experience is woven together, helping us grow and move toward our true purpose. As you step forward, remember that the wisdom of your higher self is always present, guiding you to places where you can learn, grow, and align with your true essence. The question is, are you willing to listen? What will you find when you silence the world around you and allow that quiet, inner voice to speak? Imagine how different life could be if you trusted these nudges, embraced the synchronicities, and let your intuition lead the way. Take a moment each day to pause, to reflect, and to ask yourself, what is my higher self trying to tell me today? Share your experiences in the comments, those moments when you felt a deeper guidance, or a synchronicity too powerful to ignore. Let's build a community where we support and learn from each other's spiritual journeys. And if you're ready to continue discovering the mysteries of spirituality and aligning with the wisdom within, subscribe and hit the notification bell. There's so much more to explore about the universe, the self, and the unseen connections that shape our lives. So, are you ready to keep walking this path of discovery? Imagine a force that watches over every thought, every action, one that doesn't judge but simply reflects. This is the dark law of karma, a universal force guiding the awakened to live with care and purpose. But what happens when this law is ignored, especially by those with heightened awareness? In our next video, we'll reveal why the awakened carry an even greater responsibility and the consequences that arise when they stray from this path. Are you ready to uncover the hidden law that no one truly escapes? Stay tuned, and discover the impact of every action you take.